The old issue of concentrated animal feeding operations, or CAFOs, is stirring up new concerns in the village of Arrow Rock. Good evening, I'm Conroy DeLucia.
And I'm Lauren Whitney. Thanks so much for joining us. The newest chapter in the ongoing debate begins with one area man who wants to start up a new hog farm. KOMU8's Kyle Stokes talked with the farmer today, and now Kyle, he says that this operation is even just too small to even be considered a CAFO.
Well, that's right, Lauren, but at least by state standards, but not everyone's convinced. John Burge called a community meeting today to discuss his plan to start farming hogs. He says his operation is way too small to even fall under state guidelines. Still, he called a meeting today to try and reassure a community where anxiety over CAFOs still run high.
I'm going to raise 480 hogs a year, and I'm going to do it with the best practices, both ethically and morally and environmentally that you can do.
Tourism may be the trade in this tiny town of 79, but residents of Arrow Rock know all too well about pig farming after a long fight over CAFOs.
It's different from the traditional way of everything out in the grass, but from a standpoint of the environment and the community, I think a better one.
About 15 residents attended Burge's meeting this morning, where he discussed how his plans differ from a CAFO. Burge wants to naturally raise his hogs. No meat-based feed, no antibiotics, no crates, he says, and in much smaller numbers than at a CAFO. For some residents concerned about large-scale agriculture's effect on tourism in Arrow Rock, Burge's proposal was encouraging.
If there were a dozen operations like this with the kind of responsible research and commitment to the community that we've heard this morning, I don't believe it would be a threat to the community of Arrow Rock.
But some residents still have serious concerns.
So it's not like I'm just, some city guy that doesn't know. I know what it's like. And I know that when you get that many animals in any location, there's going to be problems.
Now, Thumphausen says, CAFO or not, whatever you call a 480 hog farm, he says it's still large-scale agriculture to him. Burge, on the other hand, says his farm will be considered small by today's standards. And Lauren and Conroy, I talked with a man who went to this morning's meeting against Burge's idea. He left the meeting for it, but he didn't want to talk to me on camera because there are still just so many questions in this town about the issue of CAFOs.
All right, thanks a lot, Kyle. We'll continue to follow that story as it happens.